The results are in?
Yeah, just finished.
Good. Let's see what we have here. Codename, Skadi. A female bounty hunter from Iger, born on the 7th of March. She is offering her services to us here at Rhode Island. Her race is unknown, but she holds over 13 years of combat experience. Impressive. Her physical exam results are proof of this. While her mobility and tactical acumen are standard with other operators in Rhode Island, her physical resilience and combat skill are excellent. When it comes to her Originium arts assimilation, it came back as flawed, while her physical strength is far exceeding any accurate measurement we have here.
Though she has a lot of experience, including winning entire wars, there's nothing about her past before being a bounty hunter.
Well, that'll come with time. Let's take a look at the clinical analysis.
I got the audio file too, if you want to listen and read along.
Definitely. Play it.
Imaging test for this operator showed clear outline of internal organs, without any unusual dark spot. No unusual traces of Originium particles present in her system. No signs of infection, confirming her as non-infected. 0% on cell Originium assimilation, due to being non-infected. The blood work is done. Blood Originium crystal density is 0.013 units per liter? What? This is impossibly low. It would be impossible to have that little exposure to Originium. I cannot in good faith permit her to ever leave the medical department. Even if she wants to go fight, I insist she stays here. She is a special case. Anyone who loves medical science would want to see her. We must give her more exams and do another clinical analysis. Maybe two. Come on, Dr. Calcit, just this once, please.
Request denied.
Dr. Calcit never changes. We do have some reports and observations from her trial period. A lot of these forms are from other operators. Skadi is not very popular with the denizens of Rhode Island, it seems. She's avoided making friends, is hesitant to speak, and consistently declines invitations from other operators to socialize, preventing anyone from getting to know her.
She, also, rarely cooperates in combat. She'll more often than not try to execute operations single-handedly and leave her teammates to clean up her mess, which has fostered some resentment. Because of her cold, sarcastic demeanor towards others and her relentlessness in battle, a rumor seems to have emerged that she is part demon.
Amiya quelled that rumor, but it didn't stop there. Instead, it evolved into something more extreme. Another rumor popped up, abandoning anything derogatory and focused on the stories of her immense power. In the minds of the operators, who don't know her, she comes off as a walking catastrophe. How about her combat file? I think that one had the test results on her sword.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. You may not like the sound of this. I'll note that we have to keep in mind that Skadi's combat tactics are unique, but also very dangerous. According to the results, the engineering staff have tried to reverse engineer her sword, but all effects have failed. The materials used to forge the sword are ordinary, but the craftsmanship is impossible to explain. Some operators from remote areas have seen similar weapons, but are not aware of the source. Holding this gigantic sword would be difficult for most people, but not for the unstoppable Skadi. Unlike most operators who wear heavy armor to protect themselves, Skadi relies only on her sword and her strength. Seriously, the damage she inflicts is even more impressive than her imposing appearance.
Operators who return from missions with Skadi often exaggerate her physical prowess in their reports. She sounds like a legendary monster. The few debriefings she was a part of, she didn't seem interested, but she did show up at least. Lots of complaining about constricting rules of engagement, or her achievements getting in the way.
With the info we have, and just seeing the numbers, Skadi excels at fighting large masses of enemies, but also tends to cause excessive property damage. Wrecked buildings, mangled fences, and even collapsing an entire fort. She actually shares similarities with the operator, Spectre.
You think so?
I do. Much like Spectre, Skadi is not good with Originium. But, for Skadi, taking a target as quickly as possible is the most effective tactic.
Well, all this put together, Skadi is quite unstable. Although she is well behaved, has followed orders, and even completed her temp missions, she operates like an out-of-control freight train in combat, and that should be restrained.
Still, Rhodes Island may need a force of nature like Skadi for certain missions.
You're right about that. Let's look at the next file here. Maybe that'll help us decide. Skadi wields a giant sword that splits armor, cleaves enemies in two, and bursts through barriers. Her face is distorted and intimidating as she rampages through the battlefield in a bloody dance. It is as if she is fighting more than just the enemy in front of her.
We get a lot of reports like this. Sucks, too. They're rejected due to their poetic embellishment. Not really appropriate for an official report.
Still, can't be denied that many operators find Skadi's battle demeanor hard to comprehend. They're also perplexed by her propensity to abandon the squad and complete the mission by herself.
If only they knew. The only reason why Skadi refuses to cooperate with others is for not wanting to put anyone else in danger.
Is that so?
Skadi claims everyone who has ever been close to her has met with an untimely end. And as such, she has avoided socializing altogether.
Huh. Now that makes sense. Despite how we feel about it, I know generally Rhodes Island's policies respect social choices like that, just as long as she does not violate any of our rules.
There is something else here. Occasionally, others have seen her sitting on the edge of the deck, softly singing to herself. Those who heard the song reported that, although they couldn't hear the lyrics, the tune was long, low, and imbued them with a sense of tremendous sorrow.
I see. Well, we have a couple more audio recordings left in her file. Let's take a listen.
I spoke with Skadi at length. She didn't seem to believe me and was a bit uncooperative. But fortunately, I had anticipated her needs, and I think Rhodes Island would be good for her. I explained why we were speaking. She reluctantly agreed and promised to divulge certain information in exchange for Rhodes Island's intelligence gathering assistance. Her preference for isolation stems from a desire to protect others. She has no malicious intent. However, she is hesitant to trust a capable, powerful organization like Rhodes Island. This is because she believes she has to resolve her own issues. In our long conversation, I promised her on behalf of the doctor, and if the doctor doesn't like this, well, as for the greater good, that if an unknown peril hits Rhodes Island, that we could not resist, and we would give her up. Therefore, I came to two conclusions. One, there is a secret organization to which Skadi has close ties. Not only is this organization hostile, it is very violent. Two, this organization goes far beyond just Skadi herself. From her description, I think they experiment on Skadi. Or they could be trying to entice her, little by little. Another possibility is they can't control her right now, and don't want to deal with her until they've crushed her spirit. Skadi also hopes she can find something that would prevent future tragedy. Does that sound antisocial? Wandering alone is a heavy burden to bear. She became a wanderer because she was trying to escape, and also showing some rebellion. I think the doctor should be in charge of Skadi. Isn't taking care of an operator's needs necessary to build trust? Oh, Calcit will disagree with me. If she finds out I'm the one who said all this, she'll probably hang me from the bridge for everyone to see.
That same voice as before?
Sounds like it. There's one more file. Maybe we'll find out there.
Everyone here? It's clear why the medical staff has assembled for this closed-door meeting. Yes, of course. You're all interested in Skadi, aren't you? Whether you're interested in her endocrine system, her skeletal system, her muscles, her nerves, or the fact that her blood iridium crystal density is almost zero. Her movement and physical functions are currently beyond our understanding. So how do they work? Right? Skadi has been kept a secret for too long. On behalf of Rhodes Island, all infected people, and on behalf of science itself, we need to find answers. My plan is to put sedatives in her food, then we'll work out the specific dosage. But enough for 200 people should do, right? Then, when Skadi gets woozy, she'll be taken to the nearest infirmary, And we've got her. Dissecting would be a bit too much, but we only need a little more information to add what Dr. Cowsett already has. That's it! Even if it's just a blood sample, a little bit of blood is no problem. Maybe a pinch of muscle tissue too? I think that won't be an issue either. Everyone, don't you think? Oh. Dr. Cowsett. How long have you been here?
So, with all of this info here, should we officially hire her on?
I think we'd be crazy not to. I'd rather have a walking catastrophe on our side instead of on the enemy side.
Okay then. I agree with that. I'll forward the recommendation to the doctor. There's so much to this world, friend. So much that many of us don't know.
That may be the case. So let's be the ones to tell them. Tell them about this world. Even as assistants to the doctor, we'll be the voice, eyes, and ears of the world.
Now is being poetic.
But I'm telling the truth. We'll call it the Arknight Files. We can log it together. Starting today.
Alright then. If that's the case, it's time for us to sign off and prepare for the next one.
Yup. This is Dr. Vieira and Dr. Godfrey, signing off.
Signing off.